Hello and welcome back to the Hammer Cline Universe. We got some more high school football action here tonight. The 5-2 Titans taking on the 1-6 Eagles. Fletcher Gross will be on the bench for the Titans. He finished his regular season with 2,531 yards passing, 20 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Mordecai Van Hout for the Eagles is also on the bench. Threw for over 1,600 yards, 14 touchdowns, 15 interceptions though. Going to see some new quarterbacks. Chris Toomer for Southwest and Quasi Mastral for North Central here tonight. We will not be commentating the whole game. We're going to be saving ourselves for the playoffs that we'll be doing in totality this week.
Don't forget playoffs. Then you got National Signing Day coming up. Let's get to see where these teams are going to go for the CFA. Got a lot of recruits already signed. A lot of recruits whittling down their boards, their top three. All that to happen behind the scenes. We'll get a National Signing Day stream for you guys so you can see where everyone's going to end up. And you're going to find out where the top guys go live with us. So that should be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be great to see that. And we're also going to be having an all-star game. So some hand-picked players from myself and Hammer. All-star game, old brand new uniforms and everything. Just all the best players. And we'll each pick 3 players to reveal their schools in that game as well.
So we know that Optimus' team is going to be Ian Harlan at quarterback with Ian Harlan at running back, receiver, tight end, offensive line, defensive line, linebacker, safety, and coach.
Oh, my goodness. That's not true.
Chris Toomer, kind of interested to see. He's going to throw it deep on his first throw of the game, and he's going to go down to...
Is that Trent?
That's definitely not Trent. We may have to pull this man off the field. Hold on.
Man, these rosters are a pain sometimes, guys. Just bear with us. But Corey Bramlett will actually be the number 2 receiver here tonight. You'll see some George Porter and some Kendall Nielsen. So just strike that Tyron Trent catch from your memories if you can, please.
The game sometimes is a little bit finicky when it comes to moving players off due to injury. And so, as you can see there, Tyron Trent he just wanted to be on the team so badly.
Yes.
He's willing to...
Coach, I know I'm broken, but just put me in, Coach.
Put me in, Coach. Please. I'm ready to play.
I just want a ball. Just give Booby the ball.
Well, Trent should be on the sideline permanently. Now, if I did this all right, we shouldn't see good old Tyron Trent again in this game. Corey Bramlett will be taking his place because obviously Trent got injured in the last game on a punt return. Unfortunately, kind of a shame to have him go down that way. How good do you think Chris Toomer is going to be in this one? Do you think it's going to be the Titans' offense of norm, or do you think it's going to be a step down?
Hammer, you still have the... oh, never mind. It just went off the screen.
You're watching the stream that's delayed by about 7 seconds.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so anyways, I think Toomer's going to do decent here with Clay Kersley tonight and Bramlett. I'm interested to see what Quasi Mastral can do with the Eagles offense and see if Sherwood Sampson can get it going on the ground for them.
Yeah, I am too. Sherwood Sampson, honestly, I mean, I think some people might feel like he's better on paper than Huxley. I know Huxley has some good games. We saw some really good runs from Sherwood Sampson. Rocky Payne, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Rocky Payne inside the 20 to the 15 to the 16, actually. Where was that the first 7 games of the season?
I mean, he's done this probably 3 or 4 times this year. He's going to have that run, and that might be his only run of the whole game. He'll get 3 or 4 more carries, but 0 yards. It's what he's done all season long.
Wonder what his full name is. Is his full name Rockland? Rockland Payne?
Going to the Vikings, is he?
Is he? I don't think he is. I can tell you exactly where he is because he has committed. He committed earlier this week as a Toomer throwing. Little miscommunication there with Bramlett. Bramlett looked a little bit...
He was upset.
Upset about that throw. Rocky Payne committed earlier this week to Laredo Technical Institute Tornadoes.
Oh, the tornadoes. Well, we saw a little bit of a tornado on his run as he spun a man out, so that's pretty fitting. I like it.
Interesting little stat for you guys back at home. Obviously, you're going to be seeing the full recruiting class later as Kersley, acrobatic catch.
Oh, man.
But
That was not a good throw.
Toomer, yeah, was way behind his receiver. Right now, currently as it stands, so far through this, almost everyone has committed or gotten their offers, and so far at the moment, Fort Thomas has the #1 recruiting class in the country. So
Those Stallions.
something to keep an eye on. Top 3 right now: Fort Thomas, Omaha, and Rockland. So that's something to keep an eye on as this unfolds. As those teams have been doing really good. Some of the teams that have been surprisingly quiet are obviously we've got UGO Hornets, University of Green, Ohio. There, Pontiac State, Maui, Garden State, and Northern Alaska haven't been showing too much as of yet. But you got to remember, these teams also have incumbent players that you're going to meet and learn about. So some of these teams do have some stars already on their rosters. So just because you didn't get a good recruiting class this season doesn't necessarily mean they won't be good this season.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the interesting part about the top 3 that you mentioned, Omaha doesn't have a quarterback commit that I can remember or any offers out.
They do have one quarterback commit, 1-star quarterback, Andre Frazier.
Oh, yeah, a man that hasn't played a single snap. So we don't know what he's going to be like for them. But the other guys, Mort Hall is going to Fort Thomas. And then for Rockland, you got Cleo Cannon and Garrett Young. So, top 3 classes all getting some quarterbacks here, which is kind of interesting. But Omaha, their defense that they have on that roster so far it's looking really good.
Yeah, they do look interesting. I mean, Andre Frazier back up for International has
no playing
time. He should be interesting. And one of those unknowns, Chris Toomer, was looking at Jamestown. I know Kwasi Mastral, UGO commit. We're seeing him on the field now with Sherwood Stamps in the backfield.
Yeah, going to one of those HBCUs, as is Sherwood Sampson, who committed to Biloxi, if I'm remembering right.
Well, I can pull that up for you right now. Sherwood Sampson did commit to Biloxi, the Biloxi Bombers.
Yeah, so a couple HBCU players in the backfield right now for the Eagles. So pretty interesting for the futures of those schools.
Sampson's running around the men, and
oh my goodness,
one of the more interesting 5-yard runs. Who was the guy who missed the tackle?
I didn't even see his number. He fell down so fast. I'm not sure. Of course, we won't get a replay on that either, but it might have been the corner. If it was probably Aaron Burnell, number 20.
3rd and 5. Interesting to see what Mastral does. He's going to throw out, and it's going to be short. Joey Holt. You got to run that route a little deeper.
Yeah, we're going to see Gary Stanley on for the punt here for the Eagles. So Titans with a chance to extend their lead coming up.
We've been hard at work behind the scenes. We want to tell out the fine folks at home about the rating system, the star system for our prospects here.
Oh, yes. Let's get into that. All right, so we do have a 1 through 5-star rating system, as they do in real life, of course.
What do you mean? This is real life. Someone got just flat. Rocky Payne.
My word.
I need a replay of that. Rocky Payne. Don't ignore the name.
Let's take a gander at that replay. Huh?
Let's focus on the replay. I pull this up. Give me one moment. Last game of the season. Wife leaving out of country.
I was gonna say, the wife just moved away. She's gone.
Abandoned me.
Like the kid ran. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh man.
And all of a sudden, everything goes out of my brain. But if we take a look at this fine dandy replay here, provided by our folks at the replay center.
if they can see it.
Right here we go. As we're gonna, where's Mr. Rocky Payne? I gotta find Rocky Payne on this. Got this new age technology. Rocky Payne, a gunner, or not a gunner, but one of the, I don't know the name of these guys, but he's matched up on, who's this?
And he's doing good. 36
Scott,
is Cecil Scott, the third string corner here for the Eagles.
So Payne gets beat, and this might be a block in the back. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Just absolutely clobbers the man.
Man.
That right there.
Poor Cecil.
That's a picture.
Get him out of here. Get him some milk.
He needs some milk.
Oh man, he just decleated him. That poor guy.
I think this right here. I think that right there deserves a little screenshot memorabilia.
Oh yeah,
Rocky
that'll
Payne.
be going in the Discord.
It'll be going in the Discord. Keep an eye out for that. Oh, wrong buttons.
All right, so let's see. I was
Trent
describing
is so determined to be part of his team this season. I mean, you got to respect the hustle, but that man, he needs to get off the field. I mean, I don't even know how he's walking on it. Well, I mean, he does have just a fractured arm, so
yeah,
that's all.
He's out there still catching passes, catching a punt. The coach has to just get him out of there.
Yeah, it's kind of reckless. Even have him suit up in this one.
Yeah, that was Kendall Nielsen on the reception there, the fifth receiver. Yes, let me go back to our star rating system.
Wait, I gotta respond to Mojo. Mojo's saying that my life's a country song. I lost my tractor, my dog, my wife.
Bruh, that's tough.
Fuck a little guitar song.
Oh my goodness.
It's the last game of the season, folks. It's the podcast episode.
Yeah, we're just hanging out right now. We won't be here for the whole game, but we'll be in the chat at least.
Or we will. Who knows? It's the podcast episode. Last game of the season when stuff happens.
Wow. All right, Toomer, what do you got, buddy? Throw it deep.
Toomer.
Want to see that long? Okay, that works, I guess. Is that Nielsen again? I believe so.
Nielsen's showing up. Is. Paul Fleming getting, that's I believe the safety for North Central. That's, never like to see injuries this late in the season, especially with CFA coming up around the corner.
That's actually their starting left end, and that actually is the first time we've ever called his name all season. So
that man is a starting player on this team. I've never heard his name before.
Yeah. Yep. This is real life. This is happening right now.
Well, I think you can tell how good he did this season. First and second.
He did a whole lot of nothing.
Team, we're just going to check it down to Payne, who all of a sudden Rocky Payne figured out how to play football.
Where's the spin move coming from? He's done this 0 times like all season. Now all of a sudden, 2 plays he's touched the ball and 2 spins around defenders. Insane.
It makes 0 sense, but
where did Paul Fleming commit to today?
Paul Fleming committed to the esteemed University of Springfield, Illinois.
All right, so we got a Prairie Dog, and that's not any good news for them as he just went down with an injury. And oh my goodness, what a monstrous hit from Cecil Scott, who just got plastered on that punt by Rocky Payne, and he crushes the top receiver in the nation.
Yeah, you don't want to cursedly go down this one. I mean, I know there were some conversations about whether he should be even playing in this game with nothing to play for. But he is out here, loves playing football, wants to give his friend Chris Toomer a chance to show what he can do for the CFA scouts.
Yeah, they're actually neighbors. They live on the same street, so good to see them get on the field together.
Yeah, they moved here together. They moved closer together. I know Chris Toomer. He grew up in the Bay Area, moved down to the more southwest area. Into the neighborhood of Clay Kersley a couple years ago, and they've been friends ever since.
It's a great story, you love to see it.
Heartwarming story. Seeing these two friends play on the football field, we didn't get to play most of the season. Possibly the only time they'll get to play on the football field together. You never know. As we mentioned, Chris Toomer, he's headed off to the University of Jamestown, and
going to the Revolution.
Clay Kersley, well, you have to You have to stay tuned for his top schools. He hasn't committed to anywhere yet.
He's got several offers, though. All the top guys getting 3 offers this season, so it's going to be really interesting to see where all these guys end up.
Quasi Mastral hasn't shown anything for us yet. We can hand it off to Sherwood Sampson, who breaks the tackle, but really great penetration from the defensive line here, who I know we didn't expect anything from coming into this season, but they've had some surprises. I mean, especially Pottinger and Gray and Corbin. Those 3 have been really solid in the front 7.
Yeah, those 3 guys are really good. In the back end, we got Irv Street. He's had several games where he, had some highlights in them. Eric Strickland's been pretty solid at strong safety. And the 2 corners, Max Warren and Aaron Brunell, pretty good as well.
Huxley got that carry. Tackle in the backfield. Paul Fleming just cramped, so he's going to be fine. Good to hear that.
Yeah, good news for the Prairie Dogs. One of their commits doesn't get a serious injury before their upcoming season.
Prairie Dogs had one of the more interesting past uniforms. They fired 17 creative directors who were in charge of the uniforms before finding the right one.
Bruh, that was
Master's going to air it out.
Stressful uniform.
Goodness.
Oh my goodness!
Just completely misses him.
Throwing that to. That was 86. Dave Francis, the tight end.
If you look very closely, you can see someone on the highway, I think, waving.
Yeah. Mastro a little erratic so far, but yeah, the Springfield Prairie Dogs, man, I spent the most time on that uniform just trying to find some colors that worked in that scheme, and try to differentiate it from some of the other teams that use somewhat similar colors. As we have a bad snap on that punt there, but Gary Stanley gets it away for a decent one. But yeah, Springfield, what a pain that uniform was for me. Gives me nightmares.
It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best of times. I know it took you quite a while. There was a couple times I thought the Prairie Dogs were just gonna fold.
I was close. I was real close, man. I was like, you know what? I'm making a different team. But in the end, able to figure it out, and I think it came out pretty decently, actually.
Toomer. We haven't seen too much offense going here. He's trying to change that, and there's the offense. Corey
Look
Bramlett
who it is
showing up.
Wow, Corey Bramlett, and he's going to need to do that in the playoffs because we know Tyron Trent is injured. Bramlett's going to be the number 2, and he is showing that he's pretty capable here today going up against the number 1 corner. I believe that was Ben Marsden out here. Oh, no, safety help. That was Yancey. No, that was Rashard McNeil. The free safety who just misplayed that, and Bramlett was off to the races.
And that's a connection you might see at the next level as Corey Bramlett, a Jamestown commit himself, connects with his friend Chris Toomer for a touchdown. So that's a duo that might be ripping it up at the next level.
Yeah, you love to see it. A couple guys, teammates in high school sticking together at the next level. Just adds to the storylines, and we have quite a few in this league so far and in our young stage.
As the Titans they're looking pretty dominant so far in this one.
Yeah, I'm not really too surprised. I mean, the offense, we didn't think there was going to be any issues here today. And the Eagles, I mean, it's the Eagles. So they're 1-6. They've been really struggling this season. They got their 1 win. I can't even remember who they beat. Was it the Cobras? I'm not even sure. Like, they've just been so unexciting. It's just like, I don't know. We haven't really paid attention to them too much. Van Hout had a rough season, 15 interceptions to 14 touchdowns. So really turnover friendly. They lost their number 1 receiver early in the season. First quarter of week 1, that was Storm Baines. So they took a big hit there, and their defense has been pretty bad.
Yeah, it's been a long season for them. As once again, we probably won't be hanging out the whole stream, but just wanted to drop in, say hello to everybody, tell you about our commits, our recruits, and the rating system as the Eagles continue to struggle. But we got lots of stuff in the works and behind the scenes for you. I'm excited for it.
Oh, absolutely. Now, let me go over our star rating system before we head on out of here. Yes. So just like real high school, actual people, we do 1 to 5 star ratings. Now let's start at the 1 star. So little or no playing time or no game film or impact whatsoever from a player. That will result in a 1 star as we have a huge run down the sideline to the 37-yard line. Great run there.
Ramsey
It's safe
Huxley.
to say Huxley is not going to be a 1 star.
I think he might be. I think he might be a little bit higher. Maybe a 2 star. Maybe no. Irv Street, another definitely not 1 star, bringing him down.
Yeah, as we move up the list here, 2 star players, those are just going to be your average players, or they're inconsistent, not really notable, or players that were injured during the season. So the number one receiver for the Eagles, let's say Storm Baines, he's going to be a 2 star. I believe we gave him. All these ratings are just personal opinions from Hammer and myself. So, and then 3 stars, we got good players that make an
So
impact
when
or have
Ian
the
Harlan
potential to
is
be
a
great.
5 star, you know it wasn't my fault.
Bruh. No, we have to agree. Or for 3 stars, they have shown more positive than negative in their high school career. So we see Mastral. Oh, that should have been a catch. Oh my word.
Chaos
Then
driven with the $10 donation.
what an absolute
What a
legend.
stud, a legend.
What's going on, brother? Appreciate that, man. Chaos just made a cannon arm quarterback. He'll be the starter next season in season 2 for the Northeast Jays. If you guys have not made a player yet, we do have a form. It's in the description, I believe. Go ahead and do that. It's a one-time purchase for an entire career's worth of football. And back to our rating system. So moving on up to the 4-star players. Mashal finally completes pass to the tight end. 4-star players, they're going to be your top starters for each position. So guys like Brett Iwoma and Gray Morrison, those are the top 2 corners. They're going to be your 4-star corners. And 5-star players, a player that Hammer and I deem to be the most pro-ready, not CFA ready, but professional talent. Now, this year, I'm not sure if we have any yet or not, but you guys will get the full rundown of all of our ratings for each individual player from every team soon enough. So stick around for that throughout the next week.
Interesting little tidbit here for you, Adam, is you're the first quarterback who's a cannon arm. Me and Optimus both thought that would be all the quarterbacks, but no. You're bucking trends here. Yeah, the rating system, I think it worked out really good. As we've gone through it, it felt very good and felt very balanced and right. Like you mentioned, 5 stars are going to be rare. You see a 5-star guy, that's going to be a guy who balled out. And you know how good some of the players are from this season of high school football. You think of Fletcher Gross and Brett Iwoma, Steve Walker, Clay Kersley, Tyron Trent, and others. And we're not sure that there's a 5-star in this group. That's how highly we view 5 stars in the system.
Yeah, so it's going to be rare, but if you see somebody with that 5-star, if you're an owner of one of the pro teams, definitely write that name down and keep an eye on their college career.
As a certain senator from Naboo would say, watch their career with great interest.
Bruh. Look at the quarterback comparison: 190 yards for Toomer and 7 for Mastral. I mean, it's not even fair right now. So we don't really know what Green is going to get in Mastral as a quarterback.
What is this from Rocky Payne? Rocky Payne.
I'm not sure. He's breaking tackles right now. It's crazy.
Also, we haven't seen Eddie Poole at all this game after he had 170 yards in the last one.
I believe we benched him for this game, so he didn't get hurt.
That would explain it. There he is in the backfield, as we say that. He's snaking himself on the field.
A little breather.
Yeah, Toomer's looked okay so far. Obviously, had the connection with Bramlett. Nice little throw there to the tight end, Eric Bradley. Toomer, we mentioned before when we were watching Mort Hall is, we don't. Oh, that was Darren Clark, the backup guy with a lot of potential. But what to mention is just because these guys are backups doesn't necessarily mean they're not good. We determined who we thought would play the best from our tests and what we can see obviously in the back end, but in practice. But just because they're on the bench doesn't necessarily mean they're a crappy player, and so you got to keep an eye on all the players.
That's why, scouting, it's just like real life. That's what we're going for here. You need people that can, pay attention and be dedicated and actually scout these players from high school to college before you, eventually draft them or pick them up in free agency, undrafted, because there could be gems out here that aren't playing that could potentially have a higher overall rating than some of these guys that have been starring this season.
Good to see you, Chaos. We'll see you later. As Bramlett get another catch so far. I mean, after that little mix-up there in the first throw, Bramlett 2 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown. We mentioned before we didn't know. We wonder how much Trent's his injuries are going to hurt this team. I mean, so far Bramlett has stepped in and played pretty admirably.
Yeah, so far, after that first pass, I think Bramlett, went to the huddle and yelled at his quarterback a little bit. And after that, they've been on the same page, resulting in a touchdown and another completion there. So they're looking pretty decent. So I'm interested to see what Gross can do as Toomer gets sacked there. Who was that? 94. That is Tony Stokely for the Eagles, the defensive tackle. Where did he commit today?
Tony Stokely, he committed to, let me pull this up. He committed to a school. I know that much.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Tony Stokely out of North Central High School. He committed, if I find his name, there's so many names on these lists. He committed. He's got to be on the list, right? Oh, he committed to Biloxi. He's going to be a bomber. Tom Schaefer in the chat, everyone's favorite fullback and long snapper.
Tomas, how's it going, buddy?
Welcome to the end of the season podcast stream.
Where we're just hanging out, enjoying the final regular season matchup. A couple backups in here.
Getting us that sweet revenue.
Nice. Let's go.
Well, we appreciate every part of the pennies we get.
That's right. We're just rolling in it right now. Here we go. Little run there. 2-yard pickup. I want to see Mastral air it out a little bit. They have Presley and Holt still. It's not like their receivers are all backups at the moment. So, get the ball out there. Take a shot downfield against these corners and safeties.
Seeing how bad Mastral has played against, not a defense that has set any records. It just kind of makes you look at Mordecai Houghton maybe a little bit different, because obviously he didn't have a great season, but
oh my
wow, that was a bit rough there. Was that Drake Corbin?
He's taunting in his face. No, that was 95. That was Martin Robertson, who also committed today.
Martin Robertson, he committed. I'll find this name a lot quicker. Martin Robertson, defensive tackle. He committed to St. Mary. St. Mary Invaders.
There we go. Down there in Louisiana, getting some players. I like it.
As Mastral under pressure again.
Oh my goodness!
And this offensive line is just getting shredded.
That was Taylor Wallace.
Note to self: if we set their tackles as 3 stars, we need to drop that.
Oh my goodness!
72. I'm not quite sure what his name is, but 72 there got absolutely destroyed. Just completely misplayed it.
That was Marvel Pause.
Marvel Pause. Well,
and Brock Lee on the last play got beat as well, the left guard.
And here's a good example. Brock Lee, a 2-star, according to what we had before. And Marvel Pause, a 2-star as well. So,
pretty accurate, I think.
Pretty accurate.
Haven't done a whole lot. I mean, the best aspect of this O-line from North Central this season has been the rushing attack. They've opened up some pretty decent lanes, but they've been very inconsistent when it comes to pass protection. Van Hout has been on his back quite a bit this season.
It's been a long season for Eagles fans. They did get some commits coming into this next season already. They already kind of got a sneak peek at what their. That almost was blocked. some of the roster players are going to be. They did bring in a quarterback. They're going to be replacing Mordecai Van Hout. It's Logan Foster. Interesting thing about him.
Go.
Really, you look at him play, you look at him practice. He's not a quarterback who really jumps off the page to you, but he's a very smart quarterback, and there's nothing he really does poorly. He's a very good all-around quarterback. It's going to be interesting to see how he does getting a starting job. As Eddie Poole, with lots of space, is going to go down to the 36-yard line. Apparently, he's their big play threat. Go right ahead, Tom. That works out perfectly. That's actually a good idea. It's something I completely forgot about. I could add that into the old the old player builder. Rocky Payne in the backfield. Long snapper.
Good old super chat.
I'm so excited to call your name every single time there's a long snap.
It's gonna be great.
Toomer plenty of time, throws it deep left side, tipped up in the air. Oh my goodness, the ref got in the way, and that ball should have been picked.
I don't even know who that was to. Oh my goodness. McNeil with a nice play though. 27.
Cobras are the team that will be getting the best long snapper in high school football history, Tom Schaefer.
Nice. Can't wait to see it. Toomer had about 3 days to throw that football, by the way. That was insane.
Bramlett really slow off the line at the top of the screen, but Kersley, it's underthrown, picked off by Ben Marsden.
Wow, Ben Marsden, great interception. He definitely has been pretty decent this season. He's got a few offers here today from some CFA teams, but look at this, just a bit underthrown. It looks like Kersley wasn't really expecting the pass as well.
I don't know why I didn't think of using the super chats as well. It was another avenue people could go through instead of just PayPal. But yeah, thank you, Tom, for clearing my mind and educating me. North Central, he gets the ball back.
They got to do something with it here. Big shot downfield.
To go in man coverage across the board, and that's going to leave the out route open. First down, Eagles.
Yeah, nice play. That was Rick Moss, number 83, with the catch and run, as they're going to highlight Irv Street over here. As, who was that? Oh, my goodness. That was Aaron Burnell, who got toasted by the number 4 receiver of North Central. Unreal.
Rick Moss. Let's take a look at where this man committed to. If we scroll all the way up to my wide receivers, I'll be posting this whole list into the Discord once we get to that point. Right now we have as Master's going to throw deep. Oh my goodness, he got him. All the way for a touchdown.
Dave Francis.
Dave Francis, his best play of his high school career.
Oh my goodness. Give him an extra star.
Give him an extra star because he's just been born. Dave Francis all the way for a touchdown.
That was a 70-yard touchdown.
Completely misplayed by was at the corner to the safety number 20.
That was Aaron Burnell. Again, that's 2 plays he got beat today, or just on this drive.
We may have to drop him down on his star.
Oh, man, that was 47 yards after catch, too, for Dave Francis. Wow.
What a play from Dave Francis.
And now we're seeing a little bit of something here from Quasi Mastro. Saying, don't count me out just yet, boys. Extra point up and good. 10-7 as Tevin Ash boots that one up. Yeah, we can take this opportunity to do like a Q&A as well, guys, since we're just kind of hanging out for this stream. You got any questions about the players or the high school league, college league, pros, any kind of questions, we will be glad to answer them for you.
Heck, ask us about our favorite fruit and we'll answer it.
Favorite fruit? Well, now I'm hungry.
I have some fruit in the fridge. Eddie Poole's going to take this up at the 31. Eddie Poole's a guy who's really fascinating to me. I think he's burst onto the scene late in the season. I think that's a guy who, he's going to be a name to watch in college football. Maybe not necessarily his first season. We'll see how it is, but I think especially as he starts to progress.
Yeah, I mean, he'll most likely start for sure at the next level, depending on where he heads to. But I mean, just last week alone, he had 3 touchdowns. That was his breakout performance. He had that 96-yard, record-breaking touchdown run, and ran the ball 21 times for 170 yards. And Rocky Payne didn't do too bad as well, 5 for 30. Today he's doing decent as well. He just got 7 more on that one.
Tom's asking if he can fall out, and I'm going to be quite honest here.
Fail out of high school or college?
Fail out of
we're gonna have to test you.
You have to pass the SATs. Tumor. We go for realism here, Tom. Don't you realize if you're not keeping your grades up in real life, you can't have a fake football player.
We're gonna have to let you go. All right, 3rd and 1. Let's see what they do here. They got Rocky Payne in the backfield again. See if he can break through the line. Stack in the box. And they're going to throw it.
And late on the out route, Kersley out of bounds. Toomer's not too happy with himself on that.
And just some mistiming again there. Miscommunication. Quarterback doesn't have a lot of playing time under his belt. Just mistimed it just a little bit. Should have been an easy first down if he threw that just a split second quicker. Instead, we get to see Sammy Ingram boot the ball downfield. He averaged 34 yards per punt last week. He was 5 punts for 170 yards, 2 inside the 20, 0 touchbacks. So pretty good day for him.
Not much there
tackled there.
Sherwood Sampson on the return. One of my favorite names in all of high school football, Sherwood Sampson.
Oh, yeah, good old Sherwood Sampson. The old Biloxi Bomber halfback committed recently. So I'm really looking forward to seeing, these players when they head off to the HBCUs. They haven't gotten a whole lot of commits so far, which is interesting. But they do have some offers out there for some big-name players.
Delay handoff to Sampson. He's going to go for 2. I already did find my personal favorite player from college football, obviously. We use a system to randomize these rosters, the base rosters, with every player randomized to be unique as possible. So for high school, I did it by hand, but for college, I found a system to do it a little bit easier. That didn't take hundreds of man hours. But I found my favorite player. I say all that to say that I didn't create this player, but my favorite player in college football was Richard Hammer.
Oh, yes, the old Dick Hammer.
Rick Hammer. Nashville with a perfect QBR. Oh, is that perfect? It's 3 points shy of perfect, isn't it?
It's 153.8, right?
So 0.5 shy of a perfect rating. But Nashville, looking decent. He's kind of been up and down. He's had a couple scary throws. He's had a couple solid throws. Obviously, the big bomb to his tight end helps a lot.
Yeah, he started off a little shaky. He only had 7 yards passing through the first quarter, but he's coming into his own here in the second with a touchdown pass. Now a big pass to Joey Holt.
Quick throw to Sampson out of the backfield. Only
good team tackle. That was Irv Street and Max Warren on the tackle. Max Warren been really good this season as far as run support and bringing down running backs near the line of scrimmage. 4 receivers set here for Quasi Mastro. See if they take a shot down the field. Nope.
Joey Holt once again. He's really coming to his own since Storm Baines' injury.
Yeah, he really has. In my personal opinion, he's been their top go-to guy in this passing attack. But he took a huge shot from Sean Horton after that reception too.
Glad to see him get back up. We don't want anyone getting injured, obviously, especially in a game like this where it doesn't really matter for standings at all. Titans
for either team.
Titans cannot catch the Lions as pump fake. Doesn't work. But
that was a nice pump fake.
The Titans cannot catch the Lions. Even if they tie with them, the Lions have the head-to-head victory. And if they lose, well, then they're just going to be in the same spot they were. And obviously the Eagles Just a few games out of the playoffs. I don't know if you've heard about it, but they've only won one game this season.
Yeah, 1-6. But hey, they're playing for pride here today in front of the home stands, for the final time on the season. So it'd be really nice for them to get on out of here with another win to end the year.
Yeah, senior night here in North Central.
Yep, Gary Stanley on for the punt. He had one inside the 20 last week, and he'll have another one here at the 13-yard line. He had a bad day, actually. He only averaged 27.8 yards per punt last week. Had a 27.6 net average, only a long of 30. So it was a bit of a rough day, but no touchbacks, though.
The guy to watch punting-wise is that punter from Northwest. He is a leg.
Oh, is that O'Brien?
Oh, no, that's O'Brien's a kicker. It's Barker.
Barker,
has
yes.
A heck of a leg. Toomer going to throw it deep. Oh, not deep. Just underneath across the middle. Was that Nielsen again?
I believe so. Yes, it was. Nielsen having a pretty good day so far. I think it's his third or fourth reception.
Yeah, showing up, Nielsen. Showing he can play a little ball as well. I mean, he committed earlier this week as well. He committed to Kendall Nielsen to Springfield. So he's going to be a Springfield man. I think we mentioned that earlier, actually.
Prairie Dog.
The Prairie Dog shown that he can play a little bit, trying to impress his new coaches. Rocky Payne.
Yeah, maybe trying to, maybe Kendall Nielsen's trying to get that star rating up too. If he has a big game here today, might get a little bit more recognition. Which that'll help the recruiting class standings for the Prairie Dogs, if that is the case. Where are they currently in the top 24 list?
Let's take a look at this handy-dandy spreadsheet. As Toomer throws the out route out of bounds. His timing with Kersley has not been there. Not too surprised. They haven't really played together all season.
Yeah, Toomer's been practicing, with Bramlett as his number one all season. Porter and Nielsen have been his go-to guys during practice. So, it's not really a surprise to see Nielsen having several catches already here tonight in this game.
So currently Springfield State has the 14th ranked out of 24 schools recruiting class with 7 recruits so far committed to the school. 1 3-star, 4 2-stars, and 2 1-stars. So decent amount. Obviously, the top dogs haven't signed, so you won't see too many guys above a 3-star signing at this point.
Yeah, and of course, there's a lot of offers from all of these schools to all the top players. So, within the next week or so, we're going to be figuring out where every single player is going. So, we'll see where a Fletcher Gross is going to be committing, and Ramsey Huxley at halfback for North Central, players like that, and Kersley.
Yeah, keep an eye out for the National Signing Day stream, along with the high school football All-Star game.
Yeah, when we'll be doing those streams Saturday, so not sure what time we'll be doing National Signing Day. Probably early, right?
I would assume.
That's probably going to be a couple-hour stream, maybe.
Yeah. 2nd and 8 here for the Eagles. Got to get something going. This man coverage shell that the Titans have been running has really shut down a lot of the passing attacks from the Eagles, and they've been having to rely on those long developing routes to try to cut across the field to beat that man.
Yeah, and even on that 70-yard touchdown pass to Dave Francis, they were in position to make a play on that ball. They just barely missed it, resulting in that touchdown. Recovery. Dude is all over the field.
As the stream took a little hiccup there, not quite sure exactly why, but you know how Internet likes to be, likes to mess with our football.
Of course.
As this kind of the game I expected from these two teams. A little bit sloppy, a little bit slow. That's kind of like the South Central game we had. Just shows that I mentioned earlier that a lot of these backups are maybe better than you expect. This is the flip side of that. That sometimes seeing the backups play makes you appreciate how good the starters are.
Yeah, absolutely. As we get another punt inside the 20 from Gary Stanley, so The special teams doing their job, making sure that the Titans have a long ways to go for more points. Eddie Poole back there for this one.
18-yard lines where they start the drive. Chris Toomer with two receivers on the field. They're going to throw it. Throws it deep. Kersley right between the corner and the safety. Got him in the zone, and that's going to be a first down. Kersley, 5 catches on 8 targets. They've been a little bit off timing, but not too bad today.
Yeah, every single bad throw to Kersley so far in this game has been an out route. So, that's Kersley's bread and butter. But Toomer, maybe he just doesn't have the arm to hit him in time on those out routes. That could be the problem that we're seeing so far.
2-minute warning here in North Central. 10-7 is the score. You're watching a high school football podcast end of the season stream on Optimus.
We just
Cline.
hang out. See what they do here. Take a shot up to the top, maybe. Nope.
As Rocky Payne just decided to show up and play today.
What is going on right now?
We were waiting all season for this.
Yeah, and it just hasn't happened. But now it's the last game, and he's like, you know what? It's the worst team in the league. Let me go crazy.
Second and 5 from the 44 here. Hand it off to Payne. Oh, he's going to fumble it, and the Eagles recover.
Wow. Makes the mistake on that play. Holy smokes. I'm not sure who forced it, but on the recovery is Martin Robertson. Let's see who hits him here.
Gregory.
Oh, my goodness. No. Was it? Yeah, it was Gregory, yes. Gregory forces it and recovers it for the Eagles, as I was looking at the wrong roster sheet because, well, I'm tired. So,
and this is why we're doing a podcast stream this fine evening.
A little bit sleepy.
Eagles get the ball now in Titans territory. See if they can capitalize. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and it's not going to be much. Sampson really hasn't been able to run too much on this defense, which week 1 when they played the Titans, the Eagles put 168 yards of 185 rushing yards on this team. So,
yeah, which was the team record for rushing yards in a game up until the Titans broke that last week with almost 200 with 197.
Southwest comes into this game with the number 1 total offense, number 1 total passing offense, and the number 4 rushing offense, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, that big game from Eddie Poole last week, that really helped them out a lot and propelled them forward in the rankings.
One thing is, though, they have the number 8 rush D, but right now the Eagles haven't been able to find much traction on them. As Mastrel, plenty of time, steps up, and that's going to be tipped away and nearly tipped back to the middle of the field. Who's that?
That is number 27, Tavarius Oldham, the backup free safety to Irv Street. I believe he committed today as well.
No, he has not.
Oh, he is not.
He's
yeah,
not.
the safeties will be committing later tonight.
The Eagles came into this game with the number 1 rush offense, and so far it's been stymied by the worst rush defense in the country. Isn't that something for irony?
Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Oh my goodness, that was almost blocked. We had a block punt earlier in the week with the Jays, which was really fun.
Eagles come into this game with a number 3 total defense. That might surprise some people. The number 2 pass defense.
We don't know anybody on their team.
When you're 1-6, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, I mean, they got a couple decent corners. Ben Marsden, Major Gage, they're pretty good. Rashard McNeil has been really up and down at free safety. He had one really good game. Wilfred Harrison, the strong safety's okay. But Derek Gregory's been the most standout guy in this defense, most consistent at outside linebacker, number 95.
Cool.
And we saw Cash Blanchard last week, had 4 sacks. He had 0 entering that game. Kind of crazy.
Toomer with 154 through the air. 1 pick trying to get it down to Curse that kind of underthrew it. Kind of goes along with wondering if he has the arm strength. That's something teams will be looking at the next level as Poole. Just another stretch play.
Oh,
great blocking. I mean, Poole, he's shown that he has the speed to get to the next level. And you get him on those stretch plays on the outside, that could be dangerous.
Yeah, and a fantastic block from Kersey. I don't know if you saw the block from him, as it was just a crackback block on one of the linebackers or the safety, I believe, but it was fantastic.
Payne weaving through traffic, getting a gain of 5. Is one of his better games of the season so far.
Yeah, he hasn't really had a lot of yards this season. He's had a couple games where he had, less than 5 carries, but he'll have 50 yards. And then the games where he has more than 5 carries, he gets like 10 yards. None of it makes any sense. He's the most bizarre running back I think we've seen this season.
Halftime comes around, 10-7. 2 turnovers for the Titans, but they still have a 3-point lead. 237 yards of offense, 83 rushing yards already for the Titans. That's already eclipsed their Week 1 total against the Eagles. Only 45 rush yards against the worst rush defense in the league for the Eagles, though.
Yeah, and Payne already has 45 rushing yards, and Poole had, 30? I mean, what is happening right now? I don't know what's going on. But hey, it's a 3-point game, so you can't be too upset if you're Frank Reedy, the head coach for North Central, and the performance from Quasi Mash has been decent, I would say.
That's one thing that if the Titans are adding a new wrinkle of this run game to this offense, oh my goodness, look out. They already have pass
at the right
offense.
time.
And that's what they need. I mean, with Trent going down, they need to add a new wrinkle. Obviously, Brown's been solid, but adding a running attack to this team, it's hard to not look at them as the favorites to win the national championship, but the high school championship.
Yeah, I mean, before we even started the season, you and I thought that these guys were probably going to be the top dogs. They didn't get the 1 seed, but I mean, 2 seed's pretty good. You get a more favorable matchup with the Comets, I believe, right?
Yes.
So
the Comets, they will be playing the Comets at home, but then the Comets beat the crap out of them when they played earlier this season. So you never quite know what's going to happen. As Tom Schaefer with his long snapper fullback tight end.
Let's go. Beautiful.
He plays everything. That's a regular Spencer Larson. If anyone gets that reference, man.
Yes. We will get you added officially to the roster, good sir. Glad to have you.
Has come back here to North Central at the practice facility to see how this is going to go for this second half. Eagles going to get the ball first. What do you expect from these two teams?
Oh, I would like to see, I don't know what to expect, honestly, with 2 backup quarterbacks, but I would like to see the Eagles take some more shots downfield. The couple times that they did do it, Holt had a big gain, and then they had a 70-yard touchdown to Dave Francis. So I'd love to see that. And for the Titans, I just want to see him keep running the football. It's been working. Oh, my goodness, I thought Presley was gone.
He was awfully close, wasn't he?
Wow. That's the closest he's been all season.
But barely gets tracked down, and 41-yard line is where they're going to start. And you got to get something going here. I mean, right now you have a chance as the Eagles to beat a team that could be in the high school championship game. That's not an advantage you got to take advantage. Opportunity you have to take advantage of. My words are not coming out of my mouth well. Marshall going to throw a deep caught in front of Street. Joey Holt brings it down.
Oh, man, that's why I consider him their number 1. He has been so fantastic since he moved into that 2 spot, with Presley moving over to the 1 with Storm Baines being injured in the first quarter of the season. This guy's been making play after play all season long. He leads the team in touchdown receptions. He's just a highlight reel.
Storm Baines just going down for the second target of the season. And Joey Holt has really stepped up into that number 2 role. Sampson flattened after getting a goal. We've seen a lot of big hits in this game today. Oh, yeah, and he's going to go down.
Oh, no, that was Mark Lewis, who actually, I believe he just committed to a college team tonight.
I'll pull that up.
Man, that is not what you want to see. Oh man, vicious hit on the running back.
He hit him
Sherwood
so hard, he
Sampson.
hurt himself.
Yeah, you never like to see that. That's tough. So we're gonna end up seeing Lewis Odom take over for that outside linebacker spot for
Mark
the
Lewis, the
injured Mike
two-star
Lewis.
prospect who committed to Pontiac State.
Another HBCU commit. There's several here today that have committed to the historically black college universities.
As a guy was Watson Gray just
Watson
flattened
Gray.
Sherwood Sampson the flats. Sampson has taken some huge hits.
He really has. I mean, oh man, I'd look to get the ball into somebody else's hands in this drive. Poor Sampson has been getting lit up.
See if they do that on 3rd and 12. 4 receivers. Sampson is in the backfield. We'll see what they draw up. Dime defense from the Titans.
Let's go to Rick Moss.
Mastrol's going to look. He's going to throw it deep. It's going to be wide open.
Presley was he in the slot?
Presley was in the slot.
Oh
I need to go back and see that play better. They're going to show us a replay. Maybe we can get a closer replay off.
Oh, he wasn't. Okay, they did a post out route combo. Okay, man, that was filthy.
I'd like to see what Mastrol's seen from behind the pocket here. It looks like because obviously, who's this in the middle? Is this Strickland in the middle? Is
Yes.
this Strickland in the middle? I want to know where he is because let's take a look at this play here.
Oh, he comes up to cover the.
He comes up to cover 80.
Billy
and,
Long.
No one's in the middle, and
Man.
Now, honestly, if Mastro puts a little bit more accuracy on this ball, that's a touchdown. He kind of misses the throw, but what a throw, what a catch more, what a route, and what a play call to get them down to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, and then they're taking shots downfield, which is, that's exactly what I wanted them to do in this second half. So good to see them actually attempting it, putting a little faith in the quarterback.
Mastro's going to throw the out route, almost picked.
Oh, man.
That was the backup
Lewis Odom.
Backup linebacker Lewis Odom, who came in for the injured Mark Lewis.
And he also committed tonight. Lewis Odom did.
To UGO Hornets, University of Green, Ohio.
HBCU getting a linebacker. So a couple teammates going to HBCUs. Love to see it. A lot of guys from these two teams actually going there, which is kind of nice.
Man coverage across the board. Single high safety is Irv Street. Mastro is going to hand it off to Sampson, who's going to run up the middle, untouched for a touchdown.
Goodness. That was great vision. I thought for sure he was going to be tackled around the 5-yard line. Somehow squeaked through there. And Sampson just padding his stats for the season.
And what a block downfield. Take a look at who gets picked. I don't know if we'll see it here, but the receiver comes over, or the offensive lineman, 65, gets to the second level to take on Irv Street and opens that up. Who's number 65 in the offensive line?
That is Ahmad Kaiman, the right guard, trying to boost his star rating here with a great touchdown leading block.
Ahmad, let's see if I can find out where he committed to the Meridian College Mountain Goats earlier.
Very nice. Oh, that was a bad
snap. We need Tom Schaefer in the game.
I know, we really do. Too bad he's not going to play for North Central.
Northwest going to have the best special teams of all time. They already have Barker. They already have O'Brien. Now they're going to get Schaefer.
Well, unfortunately for him, he won't get to play with the two best kickers.
That is unfortunate. O'Brien. I mean, think about Northwest. One thing they did have produced well is special teams. O'Brien, best kicker, and the punter, Barker, best punter. And don't forget, Macbeth is probably the best, if not the second best returner in the league.
Yeah,
Eddie Poole.
Returns.
I stepped it to the 35, but it's going to come back.
All right, let's see what Chris Toomer and the boys can do. Let's see if him and Kersley have a little bit better luck on some down-the-field shots. But I'd like to see some Toomer to Bramlett or Nielsen connection again. The Nielsen connection today has been pretty decent. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, most we gotten to see him play, and most he's gotten to play as he's been moved up the roster a little bit since the injury to Tyron Trent last week. Now we're going to see Bramlett on the bottom of the screen match up with Major Gage. One thing I don't like about Bramlett is they're going to throw it deep. Kersley!
Oh, my.
He's gone. He's
maybe.
going to go all
he's
the
gone.
way. Clay Kersley, everybody.
Wow.
Untouched.
Ben Marsden, it got burnt like toast. I mean, what can you do if you're Ben Marsden? Clay Kersley is the #1 receiver in the world. So look at this route. Oh
Kersley
my!
just and a perfect ball from Toomer. Toomer having a good day today. So
Yeah.
as he's had some great flashes, and Kersley, he's
Boosting
just
his stock.
yeah. I mean, not that his stock needed much more boosting, but Clay Kersley untouched all the way, and the Titans have the lead right back.
That was fantastic. Toomer trying to, show the colleges, what he can do with his arm as well. Maybe boosting his stock a little bit.
Kick is up. Kick is good. 17-14 is the score here as Stanford Bond puts the ball through the uprights. My favorite kicker in high school football.
Yeah, just a great name, Bond. Stanford Bond. Beautiful. Probably the second best kicker overall, to be honest, behind Michael O'Brien for the Cobras, who's been just phenomenal this season.
He has been very good. Michael O'Brien, interesting to see where he ends up as Sampson. Oh, no, that's Presley. Brings up to the 30. And that's where the Eagles will get started here. One thing I was going to say on the last play before Kersley decided to shut us all up is one thing I've noticed with Corey Bramlett, he does a very good job when he's out in his route. One thing that might be a concern that some teams might notice is he's very slow out of his stance. He has a hard time getting that speed right off the break, and that's something that teams are probably going to see and look at. Is that throw, a desperation throw, is going to turn into some decent yards, 7 yards for Sampson.
Yeah, nice 7-yard pickup there as Mark Lewis will probably return. Just a leg cramp there. So that's really good news for him and his college. They're breathing a sigh of relief there. But, yeah, for Bramlett, I mean, he might have a slow start, but once he gets going on those routes, they're pretty crispy.
It'll be interesting to see how he plays at the next level. Better players all around.
A little more speed, too.
A little more speed, a lot more speed overall across the board. As Sampson's going to somehow get that positive yardage, but once again just gets punched in the mouth. That was Huxley, excuse me, this time. And this was Warren who made the big hit this time, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, if you're getting popped in the mouth by a small cornerback like that, you might need to take a look in the mirror, I think.
Man coverage across the board. This is the favorite for the Titans. Mastrel, out route, out of bounds. He's looking for Presley, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, that connection to Presley hasn't really been there a whole lot. So we're going to end up seeing Gary Stanley yet again. This is like his 4th or 5th punt already in this ball game. This has actually been a pretty decent game. A couple exciting plays for both squads so far.
Both teams playing decently, and honestly, you're looking at how good this team's playing against a team like Southwest. You start wondering, what was the problem? Is it just, I mean, obviously you don't have Fletcher Gross. Is Fletcher Gross that much better than Toomer? There's a fumble. Irv Street fumbles it. His first game returning punts, and he fumbles the football.
And Todd Lee, the number 3 tight end, recovers it. They're going to give Tony's, who was 94? Wait, there's 2 number 94s apparently on the Eagles. I'm not even sure who that guy is.
I think it was Tony Stokely.
Well, the name wasn't Stokely on the back. Stokely got injured, right? So this is his replacement.
Must be his replacement, not Stokely, with the same number. And it is Myers.
Just to fill in for the injured Stokely. But that's huge. Now the Eagles in great field position. Let's see what Quasi Mastro can do here.
Mastro, great field position. Plenty of time. Missed his man. That was that you could argue some pass interference, but I think the good no call there. The defender was not trying to interfere with the receiver.
Yeah, they're just letting the boys play out there, and good effort by Holt. Even if passes are out of his range of actually catching them. You always see him laying out for it, just giving his all, trying to make a play for his quarterback.
Mashal to throw across the middle. One hand. Francis showboating a little bit. Not going to work out for him.
Yeah, he got absolutely destroyed by, by Watson Gray, one of the best linebackers in high school. But Francis, he had that big touchdown reception earlier. So he's already got that under his belt. Now he's just trying to show teams, hey, I can catch the ball with one hand too.
3-4 receivers set now for the Eagles. Mastro drops back to throw. He's going to just check it down to Francis. Another big hit.
Yeah, that was that was 24. Sean Horton, that's his second big hit of this ball game. He destroyed Sampson early in, I believe, the first quarter as well, coming up in run support. So we're going to see Tevin Ash on for the 36-yard field goal try. He did not attempt a field goal at all last week. Oh, no, he hits the upright. Oh, it was a good snap, good hold. And Tevin Ash maybe a little cold after not attempting a field goal last week. Just to the right, bounces off the crossbar. So no tie game, and Titans avoid disaster after that fumbled punt return.
I always felt like maybe, hitting the uprights should be some bonus points. I mean, it's so hard to do. You imagine teams starting to try to hit the uprights on purpose.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a high-risk play. Out route here, caught.
Oh,
dangerous.
wow.
Bradley brings it down and gets 9.
I thought for sure that was going to be a pick six. He was so close to snagging that one away. But a nice catch by Darren Clark for 9 yards. The Titans don't really use their tight ends a whole lot. So it's nice to see him get involved once in a while.
2nd and 1. Payne is in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him up the middle. Payne is going to get a gain of 3 or 4, and most importantly, the first down. He's just going to lay on the ground there a little bit and scare everyone.
Yeah, another first down run there for Rocky Payne, who's having a really good performance here tonight, as we see Eddie Poole in the backfield for this one.
I'm going to throw it out route. Kersley catches it, breaks a tackle, 5 yards.
Second down and 5 coming up. Let's see if they go back to the ground. They got Eddie Poole back there.
They are going to go to the ground. Fumble again. He picks it up right off the bounce. 3 fumbles in one game, and the Eagles get their 3rd fumble recovery today. Chris Toomer was on the tackle, handed it off, and he just threw it forward.
Yeah, I can't see the number. 56 forced the fumble. That was Cash Blanchard, who had 4 sacks last week. And on the recovery is Kelly Simmons, the left outside linebacker. That's the first time I've said his name all season.
First time I've heard that name all season.
Yeah, and that's rough.
A sloppy game here for the Titans. And good thing this game doesn't matter too much for them. But 3 fumbles. Mastro back to throw. Plenty of time. Throws a deep double coverage. Nobody catches that, and that's probably the best result if you're an Eagles fan.
Yeah, they have, the Titans have fumbled 3 times today, but all 3 of them were by different players, which is kind of interesting. Dragging the linebacker. I mean, he's been terrible. He's been non-existent, Tom.
He has not shown up at all this season, but this team has had a hard time showing up this season. And Unfortunately, you only get one shot in high school, and it's on to the next level. Mashal to throw underneath Presley, 3 yards. Yeah, you only get one shot with this group at high school. And what makes it challenging, what makes it beautiful, and now all of these guys off to the CFA after this game for the Eagles. And some of these guys are going to meet up in the next level. Some of these won't. And for some of these guys, this will be the last meaningful playing time they get in football.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see a lot of these guys just kind of disappear.
What a throw. Pumps it and throws it deep over the linebacker. Presley on the post again.
Yeah, that pass looked like a wounded duck out of his hands. Oh, my goodness. He got hit as he threw it. Look at the ball wobbling. Still somehow gets it out there. Oh, my goodness. And Guy Pottinger, Max Warren combined to make the tackle. But the Eagles go back in business. You want to punch this into the end zone, though. You missed last time out. Don't want to leave it up to him.
Twins to the top, split backs in the backfield. They're going to throw it, roll out. Under pressure, he's good. Just lucky to get that one off. Completely missed the block of Wallace. His back just completely gave him up for that near sack.
Yeah, I don't think the right tackle, Steve Lunston, really helped out too much either. But Taylor Wallace, just untouched. And luckily, Mastro was able to get that ball away.
Second and goal now for the Eagles. Twins again to the top. He's going to throw. Mastro out route and only a gain of 2. Another poor out route throw from Mastro.
Yeah, you got to take some shots here. I don't like the twin sets here. It only gives you one side of the field to throw to, really. If the route is supposed to develop to the far side, it's just going to take too long for these receivers to get open. So you got to spread them out a little bit more. Here we go. 4 receivers, 3 to the top.
Third down and goal. Man coverage again. The Titans do love to run this man in third down situation. They're going to throw it wide open. Whole touchdown.
Man, Joey Holt just so good trying to rise up, and just make a huge name for himself. He's doing that here today. A big-time catch and now a touchdown. He's been doing this all season, though. He's been fantastic to watch as he moved up to that number 2 receiver spot with that injury to Storm Baines. So I'm really excited to see him at the next level.
Warren completely misplayed it. He was expecting something shallow, and Holt just ran right by him. It was a simple route, nothing fancy about it, but Mastro found him, and the Eagles have a lead in a maybe surprisingly close game.
Yeah, I mean, even with Gross being on the sideline for the Titans tonight, we thought, the Titans were still going to run away with it. Toomer's been fantastic as well, so, it's not like he's even having a bad game. It's just that the Eagles' offense is actually moving the football down the field, and they've got 3 takeaways, so they just got a touchdown off of a turnover there. So really nice to see that.
Titans looking to maybe get something going before the end of the third quarter.
If they can hold on to the football.
Yeah, that's been their challenge.
I think that might be a record for team fumbles in a single game.
Oh, it's definitely the record. I don't think we've had more than 2 in a game. The other team to have multiple fumbles a game, I think, was the Titans, though.
We saw the Eagles fumble 2 times in the red zone 2 weeks ago. I can't remember their opponent. And we've also seen Benji Bailey fumble twice in a game on 2 occasions.
2 weeks ago, that would be the Jays-Eagles game.
Yeah, the Jays had 2 forced fumbles inside the 10-yard line, I believe.
Roll out, Toomer throws, out route, Kersley caught it.
Hey, they finally connected on an out route. It was only for 4 yards, but hey, they're getting that timing down. You love to see it. Second and 6 coming up for the Titans as Hammer is stepping away for a moment. You get to hear my sweet, sultry voice on play-by-play. Toomer under center in the I formation. Rocky Payne is the running back, and he's going to throw it to the fullback. That is Napoleon Queen, and he's going to be brought down hard. Only a pickup of 1 yard on the play. That was Ben Marsden, number 20, the cornerback, bringing the big fullback down quite easily. 3rd and 4 coming up see what Toomer can do here. See if they go right back to the out routes to Kersley. I'd like to see him target Bramlett over the middle on a slant, maybe. Toomer under center. He will throw it, and he's going to go out route again. Kersley just not far enough for the first down. Only a pick up of 3 as Marsden drops him out of bounds a yard shy. So we're going to see Sammy Ingram, number 9, the punter, take the field again. Punted away from their own 39-yard line. Also, apologies if there's a slight delay on my play-by-play. Sometimes the app that I use, Parsec, to watch the stream live from Hammer's computer just gets a little slight delay, and I have to correct it. But here on the return is Presley. He's going to break a tackle and carry a couple defenders up to the 37-yard line, 38-yard line. And that was actually Sherwood Sampson on the punt return. So it seems to me that they are swapping out players to do punt returns, which is very interesting. Very interesting strategy to me. See what Quasi Mastro on the offense can do. They took the lead on the last drive out. I'd love to see him keep airing it out to Holt and Presley. Under center on the split back. They're going to hand this one off to Sampson, who cuts it back and breaks the tackle. What a run. 9-yard pickup. And he's averaging just 2.8 yards per carry. He's been planted on his backside in the backfield quite a few times here tonight. But that was a pretty good run. 2nd and 1 coming up for the Eagles.
Hope you missed me.
I did. I missed you dearly.
Looks like the Eagles, they're doing what they do best, which is line up for football plays.
Yes.
Perform the football plays, we don't know about that, but line up for them at least.
Guy Pottinger getting in the backfield again. I mean, these linebackers are just getting after the running backs today. I mentioned while you were away that Sampson has been, rocked a couple times here tonight, and that's the 3rd one in the backfield.
Fun little fact for you is no team has been swept in their head-to-head this season. Every team had a team that they played twice this season, and every case so far has been a split. No one is 2-0 against a team. Titans have a chance to win their second against the Eagles tonight, and the Eagles trying to keep the trend alive.
Yep. Week 8 is always going to be our rematch week from week 1 of every season. So it's really fun to see it that way, actually. The home teams just swap each time. So it'd be interesting to see what team will actually get a win on the road.
Mastro finds his tight end for a gain of 5. He really likes going to the tight end.
That is the 10th target. The 10th target for Dave Francis tonight. That is the most he's ever had in a game. You know how many he had last week, partner?
How many?
He had 2 targets, 2 catches, 14 yards. Oh my goodness, Jensen with the catch. And Jensen actually had a touchdown reception last week. I don't know if you remember that at all, but he had 2 catches, 2 yards, and a score on 2 targets with 6 yards after catch.
I remember the Omaha Law commit.
Yes, Omaha, one of the top recruiting classes. They got their fullback. We're seeing him here tonight as we are heading into the 4th quarter. Get your 4s up in the chat. Can the Eagles hang on for their 2nd win of the season against the currently 5-2 Southwest Titans?
My question is that, does the University of Omaha specialize in law? Is it a law university?
I think it is.
That's beautiful.
So Bill Jensen going out there. He's going to be taking the bar exam in a couple years as we have a nice big run here from Huxley, and he is going to take it off to the races and to the house as I take over play-by-play because I was mid-sentence. Touchdown, Eagles.
I loved it. I'll be color commentator. What an amazing run there from Huxley. You see nothing. You see nothing.
Oh my goodness.
Huxley.
We are professionals.
It's the podcast stream of the end of the year. Huxley, just look at that, the blocking there from 87 and then just out-racing everyone on the defense from him. This is the kind of run game we were expecting from the Eagles coming to this game against the worst run defense in the league. The Titans 3 mistakes they've made in this game is starting to build up and starting to catch up to them.
Yeah, we might see the Eagles get the most points they've had on the season. What did they score? They scored 40. Was it 44 they scored in the game?
Yes, 44, which is, I think, the
It
highest.
Might be a little tough. Yeah, that might be the highest all season, right?
I did go through the records. Yeah, it is the highest all season, which is ironic coming from the team that's only won 1 game. But their 1 game was a doozy.
It really was. They were lighting it up in that game. So, I mean, that game was like their true full potential, minus not having their number 1 receiver. So, I mean, if they could have replicated that just a couple more times this season, we could be talking about the Eagles in the playoffs. But alas, here we are, and they're 1-6.
If Fletcher Gross was back there right now, I would expect the Titans to win this one. But without Fletcher Gross, what do you expect from Toomer in this position?
I mean, I mentioned it before. He's not having a bad game. He's doing quite well. It's the role players, the receivers, the return man, the running backs that are just fumbling the football away and really slowing this offense down. But Toomer has been outstanding today, I would say.
Yeah, Toomer has done a very good job, but the mistakes, the fumbles are really, really biting them right now. Three of them. Toomer's going to throw it here, steps up in the pocket, and really an amazing play just to get a yard out of that.
Yeah, he nearly got sandwiched by 2 defensive ends there. So really heads-up play to get that out there to the halfback, only for 1 yard. But, his college that he committed to, they're excited to see, he's smart with the football. Doesn't take a shot downfield or just hold that and get clobbered by 2 300-pound defenders.
Man coverage looks like across the board. Single high safety. Toomer's going to throw it deep. Almost had Bramlett.
Man. Wow. Oh, that was Kersley he nearly had as he lays out for it. That was so close. That would have been one of the catches, like the top catches of the season if he was able to haul that one in. Great effort.
3rd and 9. Toomer's got to get something going here with all the momentum over on the north central side. Got to convert this.
Hot route. Go to Bramlett, top of the screen.
And he will, but just leads him out of bounds.
Oh, no.
He didn't have the arm strength to get it to him quick enough, and Bramlett's not going to be able to turn up field. 4th and 4. Now the question I always ask at this point, do you go for it?
Oh, I would, but they're not going to. If I was the Titans, and I'm not, but if I was, I would definitely go for that there. Kersley has been great with the out routes. They finally got that timing down the last time they did the out route. And you're down 11 on the road against a team that's kind of on fire right now with Quasi Mastral at quarterback.
Kick is up and away. And fair catch called for. And now we're going to see this running game. Ramsey Huxley back up for this game, not given the start. Sherwood Sampson given the start. But Huxley has been the start of the show.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We've had Huxley be the starter for the majority of the season, but we've seen Sampson come through in that backup role and have a couple big games. And now, the roles are reversed. Huxley coming in to give Sampson a little breather and gets a big touchdown.
Mastral, plenty of time, out route. Almost had him, just missed him.
Man.
We've seen a few miscommunications, missed timings from these backups, but overall they've been pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, most of the missed timing that we have seen is with the number 1 receiver, which they don't get a lot of practice time with. So, I mean, the majority of the accurate throws that we've seen have all been to, Bramlett or Nielsen for the Titans or, Joey Holtz. And, I mean, we even saw Rick Moss catch a pass for the Eagles today. So, it's a little bit of a struggle, but they're trying to figure it out here.
Throw here from Mastral is going to be to Bill Jensen, the GOAT at fullback. 3 yards.
Going for his law degree at Omaha. So he's a smart cookie. Yeah, he's going to be a lawyer. So, Tom, whenever you break the law next, maybe get Bill Jensen's number, buddy.
Better call Bill.
That's right. At Jensen & Jensen.
3rd and 7. It's going to be a throw. And it's going to be a corner.
Here we go.
Got him. First down.
Oh, my goodness. What a catch. And a great effort. I know that, the receiver was able to hold on to that, but Irv Street, fantastic job getting over there in time to even make a hit on the receiver as he caught that, because he was well out of position. As that was Rick Moss again. I just mentioned him, and now he's out here catching a nice out route, or a nice corner route rather. When you kill Call Bill.
Oh my
That's
God.
perfect. That's going to be on a park bench near you.
First down and 10, going to be handoff to Sherwood Sampson. It's such a perfect. That's so perfect. 3 yards.
So good. Call 187 Bill Jensen. There's Dave Francis. 11 targets. Career day for him. 83 yards, 5 catches, though. A little bit of miscommunication here and there. A couple drops for him.
Another 3-yard run from Sampson. Nothing too crazy. That's 55 on the tackle. And
yeah, Lewis Odom.
They got to stop him here. You can't really allow more than 11-point deficit here in the fourth.
Yeah, and they're taking a lot of time off the clock on this drive. If I'm the Eagles, I think I'd take another shot downfield. You got press coverage and only one safety. Oh, nice tackle. Oh my goodness, who was that? That was Drake Corbin, who makes possibly a game-saving tackle there. They're going to get the ball back.
4th and 3. Yeah, like you said, big play there from the Titans defense. Now, do you believe in miracles? Do you believe in the comeback here?
I think if they continue to try to take some shots downfield with Kersley, they're going to connect on one eventually. They've already done it. They did it for that big touchdown pass. I think they can do it again, but it needs to happen quick.
Yeah, I'd like to see Toomer air it out a little bit. I mean, this defense has talent, especially Ben Marsden, Major Gage. We know they do have talent, though they haven't always performed like they do. But the safeties, we don't really know too much about them. Not been A-listers of this season, really. Not one of this whole defense is, but it's up to Bramlett at the top of the screen or Kersley in the slot to make a play. Toomer under pressure, throws a man off, throws it, finds his man.
Goodness.
It's dropped.
No. Oh, that was a perfect play. Great effort. And we have a drop pass for Eric Bradley, the tight end for the Titans. That is really unfortunate, man. I mean, that was so perfect. Broke the tackle, the sack attempt, and somehow in a split second found a wide open guy. Just couldn't haul it in.
It's one of the plays where the tight end goes back to the huddle and the quarterback's just shaking his head.
Yeah, just put his body on the line and the guy can't even help him out.
Toomer, quick drop, move around the pocket. He's going to run for it. Plenty of open space. He's going to lower his shoulder.
Oh, my goodness. He just tried to truck Derek Gregory, the best player on this defense. Hats off to you. I mean, that's a gutsy move there from Chris Toomer. Yeah, you mentioned the secondary for the Eagles. Marsden and Gage, pretty decent this season, kind of up and down, but good enough for him. The other guy in the secondary, Rashard McNeil, had one really great game and hasn't done a whole lot since.
Throw out of the backfield is going to be Poole, 5 yards.
And that's 5-yard pickup. Look at the quarterback comparison there. 267 for Toomer, 260 for Mashville. Only one pick in this ball game. So that could be the big difference here. We had that interception from Toomer, and the Titans have fumbled the football 3 times, all recovered by the Eagles.
Yeah, 4 mistakes by this Titans offense, none from the Eagles offense. Toomer throws, caught, close to first down, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, now 3rd and 2, I mean, the playbook should be wide open here if you're the head coach for Southwest. I would send Kersley on an out route. That's his bread and butter, and he can get that easily. You just got to make sure the timing is down. If you can't find him open, look for Bramlett on a post or a corner. But they're going to come out with one receiver here. Interesting.
Looks like they're just trying to get the first down, then worry about what comes next after that. They're going to throw it, though. Toomer going to throw it behind the line of scrimmage. Oh! Disaster strikes. Rocky Payne loses 2.
Yeah, that's going to count towards his rushing yards, too, as a backwards pass. And they're going to send on the punting unit, it looks like. That's tough. I mean, I really wish that they'd keep the offense out there. But we're gonna see Sammy Ingram again. It might be a little too late for the Titans, your partner.
Yeah, I think I would have gone for it personally if I'm the Titans. In this game, you have nothing to lose. Just go out and try to win the game.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, at least Sammy Ingram's getting some college looks here as he gets his fourth straight punt, I believe, with a 4-second hang time. So pretty impressive numbers from him here tonight.
Yeah, maybe went over to the coach and go, "Hey, I haven't committed yet. Come on, I need some help here. Let me go punt."
Yeah, let me get some looks, coach. Help a brother out. No matter where all the kickers and punters go, they will end up being the starters there. Of course, there's only one kicker, one punter on each team.
As that's a dangerous throw, but Presley manages to get it. What a threaded needle from Kawazi Mastro, who's quietly been very solid in this game.
He's been fantastic. No turnovers at all. He's just been really great, really solid as he's trying to boost his CFA stock as well before National Signing Day.
Sampson tackle, line of scrimmage, nothing there. Good defense.
Yeah, really solid defense. Good gang tackle there at the hash marks. And we got a 2nd and 10 coming up. Just keep on running the clock out. Maybe get the ball to Sampson on a run up the middle or one of those stretch plays that we haven't seen those in a while.
2nd and 10. I think that's Sampson in the backfield. It's hard to tell. It looks so similar. The gear is very similar. They're just kind of winding the clock down. This will be the last play run before the 4-minute mark. And that's Huxley. So like I said, so close. It looks so similar. One of them
they almost have identical. Yeah, almost. And they're similar build and everything. See, that's Sampson in the huddle right there. Looks identical. Got the elbow pads.
What day will the play be asked Mojo McLean? Well, sir, good sir, it looks like it's going to be Tuesday. We're going to do the doubleheader, and then championship game is Thursday.
Yes, sir. And then Saturday will be National Signing Day and All-Star Game time. So 2 streams that day.
Wow, what a run from Huxley, but what a tackle from Irv Street.
Goodness. That was probably the best tackle he's had in several weeks. That was fantastic. And, he gets his offense back to football with another chance. They still got 3 timeouts. I mean, we've seen some crazy things happen this season. What do you think? Do you think they got enough time?
I think it depends on how much you trust Toomer and if he can get the ball downfield far enough.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they had the deep touchdown to Kersley before, so I think they're going to need that quick touchdown again, but they have to take that shot. They haven't done it since that touchdown. Gary Stanley on for the punt. And inside the 20 yet again. It's Irv Street on the return.
His first game returning punts is Fletcher Gross trotting out there, just to try to fake us all out.
Yeah. Coach probably just screamed at him, "You better get back on this sideline, son."
Toomer, 4 receivers. High snap, but he corrals it. Under pressure, going to go down, loses 7. Right tackle got beat badly.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see. That was Paul Fleming on the sack. He got hurt earlier in the game, came back, and made a nice play there.
Under pressure again. He's going to go down again. Barely even touched.
Who was that? 96. That is Lethan Fontenot, the 3rd-string D tackle. What is going on?
And he's going to go down again. Fontenot. Safety.
What?
Number 70. Who is he? We need to put him on blast.
Number 70 is Sean Pierce.
Sean Pierce
tackle
got shredded.
Oh, no. No, it was the right tackle. That was Ronald Backus, I believe, for the Titans.
Oh, boy. My batters are dying. Bear with me, folks.
3 straight sacks? That was unbelievable. One from Paul Fleming, who got hurt. We never even called his name all season. Comes through, gets a sack. And then Lethan Fontenot, number 96, the number 3 defensive tackle on this Eagles roster, gets 2 sacks and a safety. We've never called his name. We literally just found out his name in recruiting before this stream. We may have to bump up his rating.
We may have to. That was
What the heck just happened?
insane. What a way to get yourself noticed by the scouts.
Yeah, Paul Fleming too. I mean, my goodness. Where did you come from all of a sudden?
And that should do it for the game, as they're going to hand it off to the middle. Sampson should be able to run out this clock. We do have a flag. We'll see what that is.
Yeah, we will see the Titans get the football back, most likely, unless the Eagles can run for a first down here. We're going to get a holding, I believe. Yes, sir. It is. Who is it? 62 for the Eagles. That is the center, Kenton Russell.
That's going to get to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes and left in the regular season. You're watching high school football on Optimus Climb. None of the playoff teams took Week 8 seriously, I guess. Yeah, all the playoff teams get swept. And that's no one this season has beat a team twice. Interestingly enough, in the playoffs, all of our games are going to be rematches of and all of them, the lower seed beat the higher seed last time they played. So we'll see what happens here. Toss play to Sherwood Sampson, who nearly broke that one.
You know, an interesting thing, we mentioned about the playoffs and the teams not really trying, and it was all kind of a snowball effect with that first Week 8 game, with the Pirates. The Pirates lost, correct?
Pirates lost, yes.
Yeah, so with them losing, everybody else already kind of, they already kind of had their seeding. So that's when they started playing their backups. I mean, the Comets, who did they play? I can't even remember.
Comets
they played
the Jays.
The Jays, and the Jays ended up beating them with Caldwell. Caldwell had a crazy game, but Mort Hall he had a great game as well. So ever since then, we just saw all the backups because there wasn't anything else to play for. So it was, an opportunity for some of these lesser-known players to get a little bit of time to shine out on the field. Also, for the playoffs this coming week, we're going to be playing in bigger stadiums. So bigger crowds should be fun.
Getting some college stadiums signed up to do this is Sherwood Sampson getting one of his better runs, but Street's going to get the tackle, so we will see the Titans offense one last time.
I mean, hey, if they get a quick touchdown here, onside kick, get the ball back, you never know, man.
Still a 2-score game.
Yep. And that was another great tackle from Street. That's the second straight time that he's taken down a ball carrier short of a first down and, giving his team another opportunity at some offense.
4th and 2 punt is another bad snap. Tom, you need to teach these long snappers how to snap.
I know what's going on.
Fair catch from Irv Street. And you notice Irv Street was taking a fair catch every single punt since the fumble. I think the coach yelled at him a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. And it really helps that the punters in this ball game, Gary Stanley, Sammy Ingram, they've been having fantastic hang time on all of their kicks. So giving the coverage team plenty of time to get down there. Kendall Nielsen in the slot.
We'll see what they can draw up here, if they can make any magic happen. Toomer, if he can get some time moving around the pocket, gets hit as he throws, and out of bounds.
Oh, man. That was a great job to stay active in the pocket. I thought he was going to go down for a 4th straight sack, but avoided all of it. And threw a pretty good ball, but Bramlett just couldn't get his feet inbounds.
Bramlett's gloves having some technical difficulties, it looked like. 2nd and 10 for I almost said Gross, for Toomer. He's going to drop back to throw out route. That's Nielsen. First and breaks a tackle, and he's down to the 41 now. They're going to go hurry up.
I think that's his 4th reception on the day. He only had 1 catch last week for 22 yards on 1 target.
You can go hurry, snap, throw deep, and nearly picked off. What a play by the safety to jump on that route. And once again, if he had a little bit more air on that, I think he would have had that for a touchdown. But Yancey Bashir knocked it away.
Yeah, Yancey Bashir. He got benched during the season for that free safety spot. Rashard McNeil took over for him. But in that number 2 spot, he's still doing pretty decent. We do see the free safeties, the backup free safeties rather, see the field quite a bit as well in certain formations.
Toomer throws it, caught, hit as he threw, but manages to get it off. As Tyron Trent's playing on the field with a broken arm.
Tyron Trent says he wants to win. Put me in, coach.
He's going to throw it underneath Kersley. I mean, fracture, I've seen people play with it before, but man, what a gutsy performance. They're going to take a spike here and probably get Trent off the field.
Yeah, he gave him this one catch, and the coach is like, okay, I've seen enough. Let's get George Porter out there, the legend, number 83.
It just shows you how much this team cares about winning. Even though it's not necessarily a needed game, they don't want to lose. And, Trent doesn't want to lose. Clay Kersley's an amazing game in his stead, though.
Absolutely, and they do have George Porter out there now instead of Tyron Trent, so good news for the Titans. Doesn't have a catch all year.
Toomer throws out, tipped away, 3rd and 10.
My goodness, who was that? That was 26. That was Bashir again. And then number 2 free safety spot coming up, making a nice play. I would have liked to have seen Toomer take a shot up at the top of the screen. He had some guys open up there. That was just a dangerous throw, just trying to force it in there to Clay Kersley. They're lucky that Ben Marsden wasn't closer. He might have been able to intercept that and take it to the house. Signing day is on Saturday. Yes, sir. Signing day, National Signing Day, this Saturday, as well as All-Star Game.
Should be fun to see these high school athletes one last time before they go off to college. Throws wide open. Nielsen, right side, down the sideline to the 11-yard line.
Oh, my word. 5 catches for Kendall Nielsen, trying to boost his star rating in his last high school game.
He's been playing amazing and showing the fans what they can expect with Trent out for the playoffs.
My goodness, he's just been fantastic today. Kind of out of nowhere. He's had a couple games where he's had 1 or 2 catches, but definitely a career day for him. Perfect time, too, right at the end of the season.
Quads formation, see what they can run here. Toomer got to kind of go to the end zone. He's going to take a shot to the end zone. Intercepted.
Oh, my goodness. What an interception by number 22, Major Gage. And that's going to put an end to it. Toomer did have Tyron Trent open as he's here on the out route up top. Oh, he had him open for a split second. Not a good throw.
Looked like a miscommunication with Bramlett a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. He's throwing his arms up in the air like, where are you throwing this? I wasn't even expecting this pass yet, and it wasn't even close to him. And we're going to see Quasi Mastral get the win and tie Mordecai Van Hout for most wins in North Central quarterback history. One of the playoffs. Tuesday will be doubleheader, both games commentated, and Thursday will be the high school championship game. And then Saturday, National Signing Day stream will be during the day at some point. And then later that night, we will have the High School Football Alliance All-Star Game. Team Hammer versus Team Optimus. Looking forward to that one. But what do you think about this game? Eagles winning it 30-17 here at home in their regular season finale.
I think this is the best way for the Eagles to go out on the season. If you're the Titans, though, you got some things you need to clean up. You cannot go into the playoffs playing like you did in this game. 5 turnovers. Sloppiest game they played all season. You got to shore those things up. You cannot win. We know you cannot win against the Lions with 5 turnovers. So you got to shore those up. You got to fix those mistakes that you made. I know it's the backups, but that's still something you don't want to carry over into next week, since most of these guys are going to be starting next week. I think another thing you take away, Nielsen, he looks like he can fill that slot position. I think you have to warn about Bramlett. Obviously, a little miscommunication there in that final play on the interception. He was just kind of stopped running there for a minute. Quarterback thought he was going to run. Hopefully that timing's there with Gross. They haven't had the same amount of time. They haven't had time to really make that, so you got to hope that timing's there. But for the Eagles, I think this is a good way to end your season. you leave feeling like you didn't have the worst season. Is you got to beat the Titans and move on to your next destination and look ahead toward next season.
Yeah, an interesting stat from this game, for me at least, I've noticed. The Titans were leading this game in rushing yards. We didn't even see Sampson or Huxley on the rushing stats on the ticker on the bottom. But now, Huxley had 79 yards. Sampson had, 40-something yards as well. So they took over the game on the ground there in the second half. And, Mashal, 2 touchdowns, no picks today. Dave Francis, I think his stock is rising for the CFA as well. We might have to bump up. Sampson had 59 yards and a touchdown, rather. So both of those running backs getting touchdowns. We saw plenty of players here tonight that performed better than what we were really thinking that they were going to be. So we might have to take a look at some star ratings and see what we got before we head into the National Signing Day stream on Saturday.
Quaz Mastro wins player of the game. That's going to do it for us here at the HCU studios. I'm Hammer. He's Klein. Good one.
Take it easy, guys.